Okay, so this might also not be a very popular opinion. Taylor Swift is fine. But I'm not.
No. I hear all the people tuning out right now. Just no.
No,
They're shutting
like
laptops. They're turning off phones. All right, and here we go. It is time for another episode of Cash's Top 5. We are going to be continuing the seasonal, the tradition with the festivities, the holiday feeling that we have going on right now. Stephanie Mead joining me today. How you doing, Steph?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, we were both just kind of talking before we started. We are it's getting towards the end of the calendar year, but it feels like everybody could just use a vacation right now. Everybody could just chill out and relax. Everybody seems kind of hyper and everybody's kind of moody. And
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's just how it is this time of year. I think everyone is very stressed about the holidays and they just want that time off. So we're all almost there.
Yeah. And we've got a fun one today to kind of, poke some fun at the holiday times because there's a lot of things that happen this time of year that people look forward to, their traditions. And then there are the things that people do not look forward to and they absolutely can't stand about the holidays. And that kind of ties into what our top 5 is for today. And you selected this. I was very pumped that you wanted to rank this top 5. So what are we doing today?
We are doing the top 5 worst Christmas songs.
So they might be classics. They might be newer versions.
Yes.
But the ones you just cannot stand.
Yes. If it comes on any type of, music streaming app, or if it's on the radio, I will immediately turn it. And I love Christmas. Everybody knows that I love Christmas. I put my tree up like November 1st. It's always it's such a great season because it brings out in most people the best versions, and the songs are just very happy, but there are just some songs that just really grind my gears.
Yeah. I was actually doing a little bit of research. I didn't want to miss anything. I wanted to make sure I went through the list of Christmas songs, and I didn't realize just how many Christmas songs there are outside of the classics. And that's kind of how I framed my list. Like if Justin Bieber has a new Christmas song out, even if it's not my bag, I'm not going to, put it on my list. Cause to me, that's not necessarily a Christmas song.
Okay. For me, my Christmas songs, it's like a good mix, to be honest.
And classics and newer ones.
I mean, mine actually has a theme. They're all like older artists that I'm not necessarily a fan of. And then it's also kind of a mix of the type of instrumentals that they're using. So we got a bunch of everything on my list.
All right. Well, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Stephanie Mead, we are ranking our top 5 least favorite, the worst Christmas songs of all time. What do you got at number 5?
The Chipmunks song. That is definitely one of the most annoying Christmas songs, I think, on the radio. I never know what they're saying. I was never a fan of the Chipmunks anyway. The high-pitched voices going back and forth just makes my hairs on my arms stand up. It doesn't have that Christmas feel. You usually have kind of the slower, more kind of whimsical tone to a Christmas song. This just doesn't have it. It's too high-pitched. And I cannot stand the harmony in it. And any type of, I just don't like it. It just does not sound good. Maybe if you're like a child, sure, but I can't do it.
Now, when you were a girl, when you were little, you've always hated it.
I've always hated it. I can't listen to it on the radio. It's one of the songs I have to turn immediately.
That's fair. Well, and I feel like even, Jingle Bells is obviously a Christmas song, but most every Christmas song have bells or jingles. Like you said, it's got a festive feel. I don't know. It's been a while since I've heard it because spoiler alert, my number 5 is the Chipmunk song.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
okay, good. I'm so happy we're on the same page.
We have the same pick. I was wondering if we were going to have crossover. Watch us have the exact same 5. But no, Chipmunk song, you nailed it. It's the voices are annoying. It doesn't feel Christmassy at all. I will admit I did enjoy Alvin and the Chipmunks when I was a boy, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, Dave and like, you know, just the antics that they would get into. I was a fan, but nothing about that song or
No.
that. Like, I think they might have had like a seasonal, like the Charlie Brown Christmas. They had like the Alvin and the
Yeah.
Chipmunk Christmas special. I think they did. I might be making that up, but if they did, I do remember it and I hated it. So
Yeah. Well, there you go. More of a reason to hate the song.
yeah, same
Yeah,
page.
it's just not good.
Yeah. All right. So that was my number 5. Let's see if we go 2 for 2 here.
Okay.
What do you have at number 4?
Okay, so my brother's actually probably going to not like me for this because he loves the Beach Boys. But that Little Saint Nick song by the Beach Boys, I can't do it. It's again, like there's no chimes, there's no bells. It doesn't give me the holiday feel. I feel like they put it in the movies when they're trying to set it up for like a chill, beachy Christmas, which is fine. But when I imagine Christmas, because I grew up in the Midwest and I grew up where there was snow, I don't associate Beach Boys with Christmas. So I don't really like the Beach Boys Christmas song in general, but I think that has to be one of the worst ones on like that list of the Beach Boys songs. I can't do it. It's too much.
That's fair. That's a good point. I don't know that I know the song. What's it called again by the Beach Boys?
It's called Little Saint Nick.
Little Saint Nick.
I'm not going to sing it for you. But
I'm not going to ask you to sing it. Don't worry. That would be the worst thing for me to do. Like,
yeah.
Hey, could you hum a couple bars? Because in my mind, Little Saint Nick, like Little Deuce Coupe, like in my head, it's just that, but with Santa Claus in the lyric, and that doesn't sound good. I agree. Christmas is, again, I'm from Indiana. We're both Midwesterners. So snow, the cold, Christmas trees, pines, the whole vibe of the beach is no.
So the Beach Boys for me, they're not part of the lineup for my Christmas songs.
Nice. Little Saint Nick. Now we are going to have some homework here, because if you don't know any of mine, and I clearly already don't know one of yours, I'm going to go listen, and hopefully you'll go listen. Although I think you'll know most of mine, to see if it is indeed the worst Christmas song. My number 4 for you is similar. It is Christmassy, but I think it's the wrong vibe altogether. It's not the beach, but it's Santa Baby.
Oh, you know, I don't mind that one that much. It depends on who's singing it.
See, okay, I'll allow that, but like Eartha Kitt is like the classic Santa Baby, and there's been obviously tons of covers. Every Christmas song has been covered dozens of times. Yeah, but I don't want, like, Christmas doesn't need to be sexy. Like, we don't need to be sexifying Santa Claus with like,
that is a little creepy.
It's like. In like, you'll go to a high school or middle school, and they'll have these choir concerts at Christmas time, and Santa Baby, like, stop flirting with old Saint Nick. He's an old dude. He's married, first of all. So like, you're just asking for trouble. You know, some problems, some Jerry Springer action. Like, no, I'm not a fan. I want my Christmas to be nice, and Santa Baby is just kind of ruining it a little bit.
I agree. It does. I never thought of it that way, but that's not one of the songs that I regularly listen to anyway. The only one that I actually kind of like, and I'm sure every other woman on the planet enjoys it too, is the Michael Buble version of it. It's because he's just got a voice of pure butter. So he can sing any song and it sounds great.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I typically don't love covers. I like the originals for the most part, but Buble, and I was in country radio for a decade. So Brett Eldredge has a couple of Christmas albums out, and he's got that crooner kind of deep voice. Like, he can do the Sinatra sound or the Buble sound as well. I'm with you there. I didn't realize he did Santa Baby though. That's pretty funny.
And the fun thing is he changes around the words, but it still sounds very, I mean, the whole gist of it is still very, like you said, inappropriate probably for Christmas, all flirty and stuff. So I don't know.
Like, a Christmas time is like time to be with family, and
exactly.
It's kind of a little odd. All right, we've got Chipmunk song, we've got Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. Number 3. Worst Christmas songs of all time. What do you got at 3?
So please do not judge me on this, because every single time I bring this up, everyone is like, how could you hate this Christmas song? It's Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid. It is.
Oh, yeah.
That should have been at the top of my list. I don't want to hear about really sad things on Christmas. And these 3, the 1, 2, and 3, all kind of have a similar sound, where they're from, I think, either the early 70s or sometimes in the 80s. I don't like that synthesized sound when I'm listening to Christmas music. I think it's too much. And so it just doesn't sound happy. They're singing about tears, I think, at some point, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about tears. I want to hear about, happiness. I want to not live in reality for a month when it's the holiday season.
That's fair. So most of our picks, I would say, so far are something that takes us out of, if we were going to rank the top 5 Christmas songs,
right.
The Holly Jolly Christmas, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, It's the Most Wonderful
right.
Time of the Year. Like, those are the 5 songs.
Yes. I want to be delusionally happy for at least a month, and then we can go back to reality when January hits. Okay. This song is too much reality for me to be a Christmas song.
I think I don't know what we should call that. Maybe the cocoa factor. Like, if you can't sip cocoa to the song, it's no good.
Cocoa, yes. Can we add a little Bailey's, cocoa and Bailey's, or is that not okay?
No, that should be the default setting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That level of adult Christmas is definitely fine, but once it gets over to the sloppy Santa baby section,
there you go. See, there's the scale right there.
Cut off. Yep. Okay, my number 3 for you. I was wondering if it was going to be on your list, but given what you kind of gave us a little sneak peek into your, 70s pick, I don't know if this will be on there, but to me, my number 3 worst Christmas song of all time is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, no, that's also an awful song. I
can't get behind it. It's one of those, like, maybe if I were 7 or 8, it's okay. Like, it's kind of funny from the back seat to be singing along with it. But it's always, to me, it's represented like just the most base level humor. Like, the people that wore like the graphic t-shirts, like 5 out of 4 people have problems with fractions, like that kind of bumper sticker humor.
Sure.
Just, I can't stand.
Who wants their grandma getting run over by a reindeer?
To be fair,
I
love both. Both my grandmas are passed, and I love them both. But I'm sure there are plenty of grandmas out there that maybe they got some problems, they got some issues with their family, and you wouldn't mind seeing her, but the kitschiness of it, I'm not a fan of.
Sure. And they have did you see the cartoon that's associated with the song now? They have yeah, there's a cartoon
that makes
now
me mad.
Associated with it. Yeah, you should probably get it on the list of things to watch. It's definitely interesting for sure.
I'll put a star next to it. I'm so mad at this homework now. I shouldn't have said anything.
You're like, I have so much already to do.
Beach Boys, Grandma, the movie. Hopefully it's not one. Okay, so we're approaching the top 2 now.
Okay.
These are worst Christmas songs of all time. Nothing, I don't think you've said anything controversial so far.
Okay, this one might be not controversial, but I'm actually not a huge fan of Wham anyway. So it was
don't say it. Don't say it.
The Last Christmas by Wham. And the song Last Christmas in general, fine, but sung by Wham, just like, I can't listen to it because it still has that very synthetic, almost 80-ish type of feel. I have nothing against 80s music, but I don't want to listen to synthesized music during Christmas. I want bells and jinglies in it. And it's just so sad too, to begin with. It's about a broken heart on Christmas.
Well, some of us get broken hearts on Christmas, Stephanie. Okay. And we have that as our anthem. Now, let me ask you this.
Again,
what about the Taylor version?
Okay. So this might also not be a very popular opinion. Taylor Swift is fine. But
no. I hear all the people tuning out right now. Just no. They're shutting laptops. They're turning off phones.
I like her. Don't get me wrong. I've seen her live too, and she's really fantastic. She's a great performer. Yeah. And I think she's a great writer, just in terms of her music. I can listen to her music. Her newest song that came out that's 10 minutes long, I can't sit through that, but she does have some good music. I don't know. The voice just has to fit right. I think if I was going to listen to this song, Ariana Grande sang it, and she sang it great. So that's the only really artist that I can listen to sing this song.
Wow. We had no controversy, and now we have all of it. Like,
I
it's
know.
so, I was
just
not expecting that. Yeah. So I'm not sure when this is going to come out, but I also taped top 5 favorite Christmas songs, and that one is in my top 5.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
it's so sad.
I kind of like it though. Honestly, for the most part, I don't listen to lyrics. Like, I understand lyrics are a thing, and even like when I sing along, I kind of am paying attention to what the words are, because clearly you know the words, but I don't take the message in. So the fact that that's a sad, like, gave her my heart, threw it away. I'm like, yeah, like when I dissect it, that's not good, but I don't think about that. I'm just into the tunes.
Okay, even the
synthesizer
tune, the tune I can't get into either. The tune doesn't jive with me, you know?
Okay. I'm going to promise.
Sorry?
I don't want to promise, but I'm going to try not to hurt you with my pick.
Thanks.
No promises though. Although, so I had Chipmunk song just like you. I had Santa Baby, Grandma Got Ran Over by Reindeer. My number 2 most hated, worst Christmas song of all time. My top 2 come from working in retail as often as I did as a teenager and into college.
Okay.
The 12 Days of Christmas, I'm already not a fan of.
Okay.
But the Muppet version.
That one is annoying.
12 Days of Christmas, because it's annoying. And then Miss Piggy has the 5 golden rings. And it's drawn out, and her voice is annoying. And for the longest time, I wasn't sure if it was her or if it was Mickey Mouse. It's either the Disney or the Muppets, because they're kind of the 5 golden rings. I'm like, oh my God. It's the worst.
I'm not a fan of the 12 Days of Christmas either. I don't think I've heard that song in a very long time. I kind of forgot it even existed as a Christmas song.
The only good thing about it is, are you an Office fan?
I've seen The Office before. Yeah.
So in one of the later seasons, Andy decides to get his crush in The Office, Erin, the 12 Days of Christmas.
I think I just saw that one actually.
Yeah,
and she's in pain.
She's in pain. Her car's been destroyed. She's like, whoever got me the 12 Days of Christmas, please just stop. And he goes, how's it? It's not my fault that the first 10 days are like 80 birds. And it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, I forgot it was a thing because I don't hear it on the radio all that much.
It's a long one too. That's like the Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, it's only going to get played at special times because it's that long. All right.
Okay.
We're here. We're at number 1. Chipmunk song, Little Saint Nick, which I'm not looking forward to listening to. Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid, one of the one-hit wonders in the Christmas realm.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, just broken heart that you would pick that, but that's okay. Number 1, worst Christmas song of all time. What do you got?
Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
We have the same number 1.
Oh, really? That's so great. I hate that song. That is literally the worst Christmas song. I hate it. I don't want to hear it. And I don't know. There's just something. It's synthesized again, and it gives me a headache. I associate the song with like the color lime green, and it just kind of like really just it's too much. I know. You're just like, what? But I think it's also because it was associated with a cartoon of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that I didn't really particularly enjoy as a child. And I heard that song in the background with it, and I'm just like, I can't do this song. Can't do it. I don't like it. And also, when he's singing it, there's also some delayed parts where he's singing and then you hear his voice too in the background. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. I will literally turn it off when I hear it.
I have never heard anyone conflate music with sounding like a color. That is hilarious to me for some reason. Like, It sounds like lime green. And what's crazy is I know exactly what you mean. It's like the old candies that your grandma had. It's the wood paneling. It's the lime green of the car. Like it's that 70s, like sepia toned, yellowed photograph.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. And I feel the exact same way. I'm going to fill you in on something you did not know about me before today. But when I was 16 years old, I was hired on at Kmart on the east side of Indy to work in the jewelry counter because, you know, when you're getting groceries, you might look at wedding
shop
sets
for jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I got hired on in October of 04. Christmas of 04. I'm still 16 years old. They have me play Santa Claus to walk around the store. That is 16-year-old
nice.
me.
That is awesome.
Don't look old. Like I just have a beard and I'm just a kid. I'm a teenager under there.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, every 10 minutes, simply having, and I just, it's a PTSD trigger when I hear it.
No.
I think back to Kmart days. I think back to people not putting their cart back into the corral. I think about people being rude and kids throwing up on the floor. Like it's just everything negative about the holidays is tied to that song. And I can't stand it. I don't, Paul McCartney, I'm not a huge Beatles guy, but I understand he's pretty popular. He's written some good songs, you know, through the years. For him to have that dud on his resume.
But you want to know what? There's people out there that actually enjoy this song. Not judging, but there's people out there that like this song. I'm just like, oh.
I will freely judge for you then.
Well,
I hold it.
I could not be in the same car with someone who wants to actually listen to that song if it comes on the radio. I'll be like, no. We gotta really turn this off. Really
Absolutely not.
I love how all of your songs though have a core, like a connection to when you were working during the holiday season or an actual memory. Mine are just flat out, I hate them for really there's no emotional connection to it at all. But yeah, I'm really happy we have this one as our number one.
Yeah, no, we bookended it. Same number 5, same number 1, and a lot of difference in the middle, which I enjoy. Was there anything that didn't quite make the list, which you kind of want to make fun of?
Yes, that Hippopotamus for Christmas song.
Yeah.
That's another bad one.
I would put that in the realm of Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Absolutely.
All I Want for Christmas Are My Two Front Teeth. Like very kitschy.
Like gimmicky almost.
Gimmicky,
like,
yeah.
Stop singing. And they have that, and you only associate it with that one artist who did it one time with that annoying voice. Like that's it.
What do you feel about Happy Christmas? Like War Is Over, the John Lennon Christmas song. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's also a bad one.
You don't like that one? See, I kind of like that one. Happy Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Oh no. I mean, it's Happy
Christmas, War Is Over.
Yeah, I forgot that was a Christmas song too, and every single time that comes on, I don't like it either. It's too. Why are we singing about war? Why are we doing that during Christmas? And granted, who did you say it was by? John Lennon?
Yeah, John Lennon. 2 Beatles with 2 terrible. I don't mind it as much, but 2 very bad Christmas songs.
Sure, and so I'm assuming it's geared towards that generation when they were bigger, right? What was it, the 70s?
Yeah, 60s, 70s.
I'm not a huge Beatle fan. I'll listen to them, but I mean, they're not going to pop up on my regular, barrage of music.
I feel like you and I should start a secret club because I tell people I don't like the Beatles and
they look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, we all like what we like, and I don't care for the Beatles, at least not as much as others do. I've talked. This is turning into a Beatle bash podcast because I've mentioned this a couple times on previous episodes.
It's not a Beatle bash. We just don't like 2 songs that they came out with for Christmas.
That's fair. That's fair. And they're not on our phones readily available to play.
You know what? I think I'll just go after this. I'm going to download that Yellow Submarine song. I'll just have it ready to go just to listen to. So.
Oh man. Well, now I'm definitely in the Christmas spirit because we're going to turn on some good Christmas tunes and we can avoid all these bad ones.
Absolutely.
Steph, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thanks for having me.
You're pretty active on socials. Obviously people here in Central Indy and whoever can stream can watch you whenever during the day. So where can people find you? Where can they see you? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so I have all of the social media platforms. I have Instagram. It's just my first and last name, Stephanie Mead, WX. On Instagram, it's the same actually on Facebook too. And then on Twitter, it's just Steph Mead, WX. And yeah, you can watch Wish TV in the morning from 4 to 10. We're on continuously. It feels like all day. So if you miss then, you can pick it out at noon. And then we have a nice 4 o'clock show. And then we're on from 4 to basically like 7. So we're on all day.
Oof, given the weather out, keeping everybody safe. Appreciate that. And you recently shared that you got some hate mail. And so I want to put a disclaimer out. No more hate mail. Don't tweet her. Don't DM on Instagram creepy things. Like, just be nice. And let's all be good people, okay?
Yeah, pleasant, happy, festive for the holidays, at least until 2022.
Then you can all go back to being heathens. All right.
Absolutely.
Stephanie, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon, dear.
All right, bye.